Hi, thank you for using My Court Coach. I'm Jalen and I'm going to be your instructor as we talk about what is a restraining order and when is it used. So to obtain a domestic violence restraining order, you would need to show that there is a relationship between you and the other party. Now that relationship doesn't have to be a marital one or an intimate one, but it could be against a family member. So if you have some sort of relationship with this person, a close one, at least something up to the second degree, so even second degree, even an in-law, then you can file a domestic violence restraining order. So if that individual has been abusing you in any way, and so abuse can be classified as somebody threatening your autonomy, somebody physically hurting you, somebody disturbing your mental peace. Any form of harassment is also a reason to get a domestic violence restraining order. Somebody impersonating you on the internet, that's also a reason to get a domestic violence restraining order. So anything that disturbs you and your autonomy and you feel threatened in any way, and this individual is doing it intentionally to cause you some sort of harm, then you qualify for a domestic violence restraining order. These are the only time that actually you can obtain one is during those times that you feel at risk for bad behavior from the other party and you just want it to stop. And regardless of how many times you tell that person to stop doing a certain action, they continuously do it. So there's even a history of abuse. Now, you don't necessarily need a history of abuse in order to file for a domestic violence restraining order, but if there is a history of abuse, that definitely bolsters your ability to obtain a restraining order for a longer period of time. So a restraining order can be anywhere from 6 months to 5 years. It starts out within 3 weeks. You can get it within the same day that you do file, and you would or can get it up to 5 years after that point. So when do we actually file the restraining order? It's really whenever you feel that your safety is at risk. And you could get it anytime from Monday through Friday, 5 days out of the week, unless it's a court holiday. And the courts can assist you in filing those paperwork by taking it and giving you further instructions, such as telling you to wait while they review your family court packet, your domestic violence restraining order applicant packet, whether they have any questions they might need to ask you about your domestic violence restraining order packet. Now, what I'm showing you right now on the screen, this is for the county of San Diego. And this packet just beautifully puts everything that you need for a domestic violence restraining order. Regardless of whatever county you're in, all the forms right here that are titled Judicial Council, you will absolutely need those. The other forms that are titled SDSC, those ones are San Diego Superior Court forms, and those forms are specific to the county of San Diego. Your local county will have their own forms that are similar to those ones. So for example, this family law certificate of assignment, that's just to show the court that you are filing in the right county. However, for domestic violence restraining orders, you can really file this in any county, wherever you're at, so that later on the court can actually use your current filings and transfer it to a different venue, a different courthouse, and a proper courthouse. So if you're, vacationing out in Palm Springs and the other party, shows up, instead of you driving all the way down to your local county, you can just go to the closest courthouse and file for a restraining order. So they will have a form that's similar to this wherever your local county is or the county that you are at. And within it, you would describe that the reason why you're filing in that particular county is because it's an emergency basis. And that's why you need the restraining order. And then at some point in time, you could go ahead and change the courthouse. And in fact, they would possibly require that you change the courthouse so that it is within the proper county, but the purpose is to get that temporary relief for at least up to 3 weeks from the time that you file and you have your restraining order. Well, I wanted to show you these forms, and I also wanted to show you these judicial council forms as well that you could go ahead and complete if you do have kids. If you don't have kids, then you wouldn't be even completing this packet with children. It would just be this one. Well, we hope that helps, and thank you.